as far as it's open primaries in ADC, Atiku will clinch the ticket. Nobody gonna wrestle that ticket from him. So anybody who want to contest for presidency should just look for a different political party. You cannot take that ticket from Atiku in ADC. He didn't join that party so early to leave the ticket for someone else. And you know him. He has done this thing 6 times and won the ticket 6 times successfully. So this time it will not change. So if you are serious, people like Rotimi Amaechi, people like Peter Obi, and whosoever that want to contest for the office of the president under the ADC platform, is either you jettison your ambition and support Atiku Abubakar, or you go and look for your own political party where you will flag your own flag. As for ADC, nobody will take that ticket from Atiku, for sure. So, assuming Atiku contests ADC ticket and wins it as usual, how is he going to win the final election? Is he commanding the population? Is he commanding the people? Does he have the support of the people? This one, everybody is asking him to step aside. So how is he going to translate that candidacy to become the winner of the final election and emerge as the president of the country? That is the big question. Hello, my people. Welcome to my channel. This is Andy Media TV. It trended just a few days ago that former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, who recently joined the All Democratic Congress, has, decided that he's going to step down for a younger, candidate. So when I saw that news, it was very, very difficult for me to believe that news because I understand his political trajectory, how he has been participating in politics. And I know that for him to decamp from People's Democratic Party officially to join the All Democratic Congress, immediately the coalition was, started. I knew that he's on a mission. So when I saw that news brokered out, a few days ago, I did not believe it. I never believed it. I said to myself, until I see Atiku with his mouth say it, that's when I can believe it. So, the interview was held in BBC Hausa, when they were asking him, can he step aside for a younger candidate? So what he said was he said that he is willing, to step aside if the younger candidate beats him in the primaries. So when he made that statement, I knew that all those news that was flying, Atiku has decided to step down for a younger candidate and all those stuff, I know that it's not true, because Atiku Abubakar that I know, once he steps in a race, you're gonna see it to the end. So I don't know, but for me, I think according to Constitution, he has the right to contest. He met all the qualifications to contest for the office of the president. So there's nobody stopping him from contesting. So, but along the line, we're gonna know the reason why many people want him to kind of step aside. All right. So before we go into the full details of that, if you are new to my channel, please kindly like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel and put on the notification bell so that when my next new video drops, you'll be among those that will be notified, so that you will get the video as it is hot. All right. So let's get into the business of the day. The issue here is that the new statement that was issued by Atiku, through his aide, that he never said he's going to step aside for any younger candidate. That what he said was, if any younger candidate defeats him in the open primaries, that he's going to step down for the candidate and support whosoever wins in the party. That's what he said. That it was misquoted, and what he said was badly misunderstood and all that. So, well, I agree with him, because there's no way Atiku is going to step down for any younger candidate. So that brings me back to discussing this party, African Democratic Congress, and the kind of people that are in that party. So before I discuss that in details, so that you hear what the report or the statement issued by Atiku looks like. So let's listen to this, and we'll come back to kind of dissect the other issues that is accompanying this statement. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has debunked widespread reports suggesting he pledged to step down for a younger candidate in the 2027 presidential election, insisting his position has been fundamentally misrepresented. In a statement issued on Tuesday by his spokesman, Paul Ibe, Atiku's camp described the media interpretation of his recent BBC Hausa service interview as inaccurate and misleading. The statement clarified that what Atiku actually said was that young people, as well as other prospective presidential aspirants, are free to enter the contest, and that if a young candidate were to emerge through a competitive primary, he would readily support such a candidate.
Wasu na ganin cewa lokaci ya ja, ba wani ba shi bane karan farko ka sha fitowa a wannan takara amma ba ka samu, ga shekaru suna karuwa. Ba ka ganin kamar lokaci ya da zaka iya daga matasa kafa ka ba su dama?
Ai ban hana su ba. Wa yana so? Ba wani wanda yana so.
Amma ba ku jawo su jiki ba, ku nuna masa hanya.
Ai jam'iyyar da muka dauka yanzu ai matasa da mata muka saka a gaba.
Yanzu aka cika hakuri ka ba wani matashi zaka ba shi dama?
Wannan magana daban ne, idan na ce zan tsaya matashi ya ka da ni shikenan sai in karba. Ai ba mu kai wannan wurin ba tukun.
Well, that was Atiku Abubakar's BBC interview. Well, Paul Ibe further clarified that after a thorough review of both the video and the transcripts of the interview, in the original Hausa and English translation, it is evident that at no point did the former vice president expressly state, suggest, or even imply that he intends to step down for anyone.
Okay, welcome back. So you heard it from the Arise News correspondent, kind of trying to put out the correct information so that those who are, spreading the rumors that Atiku has decided to step down, for them to know that Atiku is not stepping down for anybody. Like the 2025 slogan, no grief for anybody. So that's where we are. So Atiku no dey grieve for anybody. Okay? So it doesn't matter who you are, whether you are young or old, Atiku is in the race and will remain in the race till the end of the primaries. So, but the fact remains the same. Like I keep saying, Atiku has the strategy to win primaries, but he does not have the strategy to win the final election that will tag him that name, President of Nigeria. All right? So if you look at the 6 times he has contested, he won the candidacy of those of the parties he has, contested upon. He won the 6 tickets, but at the end, he never won any of them. So I don't know how to put it, but I think if I were him, of course I'm not him, I would have by now, be in the position of elder statesman. And my job would have been to advise, guide the people, advise the younger one, guide them into all this kind of political, journey, and also ensure that the country works for everybody. So that's the kind of things he's supposed to be doing behind the scene, not necessarily, throwing in, his glove, trying to be part of the race. So by 2027, I think it's going to be like 80 years. I think with the kind of situation we find ourselves as a nation, I think it's time for him to play that role of an elder statesman. So he's already attained the 2nd position in Nigeria, and he has tried 6 times, but couldn't achieve it. So, and looking at the current situation of Nigeria today, I think anybody that wishes the country well, or anybody that wants what is good for the nation, will be looking for a candidate who will be likable by the general public, who has the competence, the capacity, the character, the integrity, the empathy, because that is the kind of candidate they need to market that can unseat the incumbent president. But if you are bringing someone who is similar like the incumbent president, there's nothing else that you are selling to the people. The people will be seeing both candidates as the same people. So they will choose to stay with the lesser evil, the devil they know, than going for the angel they don't know. And when you look at their trajectory, so each of them, even the incumbent president, he has a lot of tag upon him, a lot of negative news upon him. Even the former vice president also has his own tag. So when you come to Nigerian political space, there is a way Nigerians perceive these people. All right, not necessarily in a good, perspective, but majorly in a negative perspective. And that's why you are hearing the citizen clamoring. All these guys in the ADC, are they not the same people who have ruled this nation in the past and has kept the nation in the quagmire where you find yourself today? What new change are they coming to bring in? And don't forget, in 2015, APC marketed that they are the party of change, that they are coming to bring change. Well, actually, they brought change, but however, the change was not in a good direction because they have to, pull the country downwards. They have to pull the country back down to the pit where the PDP has brought it, coming out from during, the Jonathan's administration. So when you look at that, change is change. It may be good change, it may be bad change. So whatever it is what it is. So now the question is this. Nobody is trying to ask Atiku not to run. He's free to run. The Constitution allows him to run. So he has his right to run. That is one aspect that has been confirmed. Irrespective of what his age is going to be in 2027 and all that, that's not the main issue. So the main issue is that the ADC, the African Democratic Congress, they came out to market to the citizens that they are now the new party that's going to bring change, right? The same change APC preached and failed. So they say they are the ones that's going to do that. They're going to fight for the nation. They're going to ensure that they deliver democratic dividend to the people, that they need the people to support them, and that they are forming coalition, that no one as a single person will defeat Tinubu just like that. That's why they are forming this coalition of people, not coalition of parties, but coalition of individuals to come together for a common purpose. But the question is that, how are they pursuing this coalition? I have looked into this ADC stuff and I begin to understand that that coalition looks like a platform to bring out Atiku as the candidate. I think that is the end goal, because whatever they are doing is not, showcasing the fact that they really care about the nation. If virtually 60 to 70% of the masses, all right, even those in APC, are saying that they want someone that can, rescue the nation, someone that has empathy, that has capacity, character, integrity, and all that, and that they have chosen or they want to rally around, a different candidate that is not Atiku. If really Atiku and his cohorts, or Atiku and the members of the ADC are truly for the interest of the nation, I think they would have hearkened to the voice of this population who are crying that they want a specific candidate. And with that, it informs their decision to be able to understand that for us to win this race, we need the backing of the people. It is the masses that will vote. It's not ADC that will vote. It is the masses. And remember, most of these people are not in any political party. Most of the people that will vote, most of the people that will be in the campaign, most of the people that will do a lot of stuff to see that the APC is removed by 2027, most of them are not even card-carrying members of any political party. For example, if you look at the obedient movement, most of them are not card-carrying members of any political party. They are just citizens that want what is good for the nation. So they follow someone they believe in who can deliver what they expect from government. That is why if they are doing it as per ADC coalition, how many people are in ADC across the country compared to massive population that is not even part of any political party? So that is what they need to think. And again, you can't beat Tinubu in his game. So if Atiku has won the candidacy of a party to contest for the presidential position 6 times, and he has, faced candidates that are not even as complex as, this incumbent president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and he failed all, is it the most complex candidate that is going to beat? Candidate that has power of incumbency, candidate that understands the strategies in politics, candidate that has been a godfather all his life, candidate that has, has martyred a lot of people even in the APC. Is he the person they think he will come and beat? I don't think so. So even if he joins, even if he's in ADC and gets the candidacy of ADC, I've said it repeatedly, Atiku will not beat Tinubu. It's as simple as that. So if ADC want to present him as their candidate, well, they should do so, but let them know that they have already lost the race. I'm just telling you the fact. And the fact is that APC, as it is today, are not worried about Atiku. They are not scared of Atiku. They are not worried about Atiku. In fact, if ADC chooses Atiku as their candidate, APC will go to sleep. That is the honest truth, because they know it will be walkover for them. And that is the honest truth. So if ADC wants to start the coalition in 2025 and die off in 2027, let them field him as the candidate. So I began to think, because Atiku was one of the quickest person, apart from the interim executives like the David Mark, the Araba Solara Wolf, and the Bolaji Abdullahi, the 3 of them that were the interim executive for now. Apart from the 3 of them, Atiku, I think, is the next person that just decamp immediately and join the coalition. The question is why? Because I know politicians. Politicians will first of all do a lot of study. They will test the waters to be able to know if it is the kind of decision they will make. They will take their time to understudy the party, understudy their strategy, understudy where they are going, who is a likely person that can win the ticket and stuff like that before they decide to decamp. That's exactly what like Peter Obi, Amaechi, and the rest of them were doing. So, but Atiku was among the first that just decamp, that is not an executive of the ADC, that just decamp officially to the party. That tells you that there is something behind his decision to decamp immediately to the party. He has seen the light that this ticket belongs to him. And nobody, I repeat, nobody will cause Atiku to leave or not to contest for this position. Nothing will stop him. So he has seen the light that this is an opportunity for him to grab the ticket. And that's why he decamped immediately to join the party. So now the point is that they are worried that, most of the people that have the intention have not decamped officially. So they don't know which direction Peter Obi is going. Is he truly in this coalition, or is he trying to fly alone as Peter Obi in a different party? And I've made it clear. If you are watching this video and you are a supporter of Peter Obi or you like Peter Obi, you better advise him to forget about joining the ADC. If he joins the ADC, they have killed his ambition for 2027. The best option for him is, if he really want to contest, it means he has to go and contest through any other political party that is not ADC. He cannot survive in the primaries of Atiku. His primaries are always merciless, according to Rotimi Amaechi, right? So, because every primary that he participates in must be dollarized. So, you can't beat him. Go and check what was his strategy of winning the candidacy of the parties he has contested from 6 times. Go and find out. The same strategy. And that's why he's so confident that joining the ADC, he will get the ticket. And that's why he's pushing the party for them to do open primaries, so that he's going to clinch the ticket by getting the delegates and bundle them up together and offer them whatever they demand. And that's it. So I think it's time for us to look into internal democracy, because if we can abolish the delegate system, that's going to help, so that parties can be able to appoint or elect candidates that has the 3 C's, including empathy and integrity, right? That is capacity, competence, and character, the 3 C's. Now, if we can abolish the delegate system, because when you do delegate system, they are few in number compared to the population of the country and compared to the regions or the local government in the country. But if we do another approach, which I have been thinking through, in terms of allowing the party members to elect candidate of the party, when you do that, you discover that the number of people that will participate will be so large that no amount of dollar can be shared to buy them all. But if it's delegate, I think the delegate system, I think it's about 774 delegates, something, because delegate includes the ward chairman, the ward secretary, the woman leader, youth leader from the ward. Then to the local government, the same group, in the local government, the same group in the state, and in the national. All of them will now converge to elect the candidate of the party. So you can see the number is few. That's why it's easy for them to share $30,000, $50,000, and the rest of them. If you recall the interview held by Dele Mahmoud on TV, he said it clear that somebody called him and said, hey, there's no point spending your money to contest this presidential primaries, because I already had that the FCT minister, current FCT minister, then Wike was contesting in PDP with him, Atiku, Dele Mahmoud, and the rest of them, that is going to share about $30,000. So there's no point for you to contest. That's each delegate. And if Wike didn't win it, that it was Atiku that won, it means Atiku must have shared more than Wike was proposed to share at that time. Then the question, nobody is asking, where are they getting these dollars from? Where are they getting all this money? Who is investigating campaign funding, campaign financing? Nobody. So people do whatever they want to do. Clinch ticket. That's why you see the worst is always the ones leading the best in the country. That is the problem. So if we abolish the delegate system and then bring in that all party membership, a card-carrying member of that party will be the people that will vote for the candidate. They vote from their ward and all this, so they collect all the results and announce the winner. I think that will help, because nobody will have that amount of dollars to share to the whole, card-carrying member of the party. And with that, you see people begin to elect the right people to vote for them. So it means you have to do your, campaign within the party, from the ward level to the local level to the state level and to the federal level. You have to be able to garner support and those that will vote for you. It may be a longer process, but it may be a process that worth it to get the right people that can be able to lead the nation. Because the delegate system has not been working. They gather them, or the delegates, the man with the biggest money will gather them, put them in a hotel, and then share money to them in all their rooms and tell them how to vote for him. And on that day, they collect all these dollars and they vote for the person. So it is about who brings the highest dollar. That is how this delegate system works. So you can see it's full of corruption. So there's no point still relying on this delegate system. It's time for the parties to begin to think out of the box, to create an enabling environment that will allow those that have money and those that doesn't have money to contest in a favorable platform, and the winner will emerge. So I think that's the direction they should be looking at. Because if you put Atiku, put Amaechi, and put Peter Obi, the 3 people that I know that is talking about contesting probably under the ADC platform. If you put 3 of them together, Atiku will emerge. Because one, Peter Obi cannot share money. Even if he has, he will not share. He's not the kind of person that buys delegates, to win an election. I don't know about Amaechi, but even if Amaechi will share, he cannot match Atiku dollar for dollar. That is the point. So it's already clear that Atiku is going to emerge the winner. And nothing can stop him from contesting in this election, from contesting the primary. And that is why you hear ADC consistently talking about open primaries. Open primaries. They know why. They know that is the platform Atiku can shine. So the issue is that, is the ADC really for the interest of the people? That is the point. So those people inside ADC that are claiming that they love Nigeria so much, that they are there for the interest of the country, are they really there for the interest of the country? Because if they are there for the interest of the country, they would have come together and listened to the masses, what the people want, and they can now channel their candidacy to the voice of the people. Because it is the same people who are asking for that will vote for the success of the ADC. But they are not doing that. They want to impose the system that works for who they want to give the ticket. That's what it is. Atiku cannot just come from PDP to join ADC for nothing. No, these things must have been, this conversation must have gone behind the scene that emboldened him to decamp too early. They just, announced ADC coalition. They just selected the interim leadership. Weeks after, he decamped to join the ADC. No, I've not seen any politician that does that. They don't. They will first take their time to study before they can be able to decamp, to join. So if you look at the whole scenario now, you begin to understand that the issue in ADC has been concluded. Whatever they're going to do to elect the candidate, all those ones are for the show. It's for the ops, for people to just be deceived that, oh, this is the process and this is how this person emerged. All those things are photo ops. It's just ops. I'm telling you. So the issue is that Amaechi himself, if he is truly serious to contest presidential election, he better look for his own party. You can't collect ADC candidacy from Atiku. Nobody will collect it from Atiku. Because as far as it's open primaries, Atiku is the winner. Write it down. Nobody gonna collect it from him. Except if there is a way the party will block, all this money sharing to delegates. That's where you can, have some fair, deal. But there's no way they're gonna stop that. As far as it's open primaries in ADC, Atiku will claim the ticket. Nobody gonna wrestle that ticket from him. So anybody who want to contest for presidency should just look for a different political party. You cannot take that ticket from Atiku in ADC. He didn't join that party so early to leave the ticket for someone else. And you know him. He has done this thing 6 times and won the ticket 6 times successfully. So this time it will not change. So if you are serious, people like Rotimi Amaechi, people like Peter Obi, and whosoever that want to contest for the office of the president under the ADC platform, it's either you jettison your ambition and support Atiku Abubakar, or you go and look for your own political party where you will flag your own flag. As for ADC, nobody will take that ticket from Atiku, for sure. It's his right to contest. He has every reason to contest. Nobody's going to deny him his right. Constitution empowers him to contest. So, but the point is it truly the person the people want? That is the question that needs to be answered. If you read the room, right? If you read the country, you will understand that many people want Atiku to step aside. That's why you see them, misinterpret what he said in the BBC Hausa language. So everybody was just celebrating, oh, Atiku has decided to step, but that's not what it is. So people don't want him to contest because they have the candidate they want to support. That's what it is. So he's hell-bent to contest this position. He has seen it that this is his last option. This is his last point. If he fails this one, he's not going to come in 2031. By then, I think it will be like 84 years or something like that. I don't know why he really wants to be president of Nigeria. I don't know. But the fact is that even if he wins the ticket of ADC, who is going to vote for him? That is the question. Who is going to vote for him? That's the question he will ask himself. If people don't want him to contest, people don't want him to be part of the people contesting for ADC, they want to form that coalition to champion a better candidate of their choice. And they insisted I must be him. If he now wins the candidacy, how will he secure the votes to beat Tinubu? That is the question. Because those people who are supposed to have voted for the people they want, if they have selected the person in ADC, virtually they will not vote for him. They will rather decide to continue with Tinubu than to vote for him to come in. That is the issue. So it's not about winning the candidacy of a party. It's all about how to win the final election. And the man you are going to deal with is more strategic than you. The man you are going to deal with understands the whole game. He has the power of incumbency. He nominates people in every area. So I don't know how you're gonna, break that glass ceiling to be able to win him, even if you win the ADC ticket. These are the point. So if you look at what happened in 2015, you begin to understand that Buhari was able to win that 2015 election because Nigerians were like tired of President Jonathan due to high level of insecurity and corruption at that time. People were, talking about, and they decided to vote, President Buhari, thinking that as a former military, he can be able to, stem the tide in insecurity. And secondly, as a no-nonsense person, when he was a military head of state and all that, that he will be able to fight corruption headlong. These are the two key problems Nigeria had. And that's why everybody rallied around, President Buhari at that time to vote for him to win in 2015. And that's how Jonathan left. So at the end of the day, disappointed Nigerians. So Buhari won because it was the people's choice at that time in 2015. Majority of Nigerians wanted him with hope that he will change things, but he failed. So assuming Atiku contests ADC ticket and wins it as usual, how is he going to win the final election? Is he commanding the population? Is he commanding the people? Does he have the support of the people? This one, everybody is asking him to step aside. So how is he going to translate that candidacy to become the winner of the final election and emerge as the president of the country? That is the big question. So it's not about contesting to grab candidacy of a party. It's about transforming that candidacy to become result. That is what matters. So that's what you need to think about. So if he's thinking Buhari contested, is it 4 times before he won? Now that he has contested 6 times, if he go the 7th time, he may win. Understand why Buhari won. He commands the support of the people because the government at that time, was kind of frustrating the people in terms of high level of insecurity at that time and, corruption. And that's why they rallied around Buhari. So now, I don't know what thing can we say that the people see in Atiku that they are going to rally around him. That is the question. So don't put yourself in Buhari's shoe. But the fact is that understanding how Nigerian politics works so that you'll be able to know what you are doing. So, and it will not be good news that you got the candidacy of ADC, still go to the battle and see fail the 7th time. It will be on record. You are the longest person, the person who have contested the longest time in the presidential race in history in Nigeria, and who contested 7 times and lost 7 times. That's not a good record. So, guys, well, I don't know, but the fact is that everybody is thinking and working for the betterment of the country and how the country will benefit the masses. That's why you see people doing all this kind of analysis, bringing on core issues for debate and discussions. So my platform is open for you to bring up your own conversation concerning this issue. What are you seeing? Do you think, Atiku being on the race, do you think he can beat President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Well, for me, like I said, I know he's going to win the candidacy of ADC as well as it's an open primaries. Then the question remains that having won that candidate, looking at his history and trajectory, 6 times he has contested and lost. This one should be the 7th time, if I remember clearly. Does he have the strategy to transform that candidacy of the ADC, assuming he wins it, to becoming the president of the country? And again, the question I'm asking, which I want you to answer in the platform, does Atiku command the people? How many of the Nigerian population is behind Atiku Abubakar? How is the people showing him massive love that this is who we want? These are the things I want you to respond in the comment section so that we will talk more on all these things. Because 2027, if Nigeria fail to make the right choice for their presidential candidate, not just even presidential candidate, even their governors, members of National Assembly, you can see how the 10th Assembly is behaving, as if Nigeria doesn't have National Assembly at all. So it's not about presidency alone, because president cannot work alone. He needs the National Assembly and the support in the state level and the local government level. So Nigerians should wake up to begin to think out of the box on the best possible ways to be able to elect credible candidates that have capacity, competence, and character and empathy that can be able to feel the pain of the citizens and come to their rescue. That is what Nigeria should be thinking. If you like, collect money from them and then vote for them. You will still come back to be crying because the amount of money we collect, we only feed you maybe 1 week. It will be gone. And you have sold your destiny for 4 years. So you better focus on the right path. Don't collect money, but vote the right candidate. Even if you collect money, vote the right candidate. But to me, don't collect money so that you don't know where they have put that money before they come to share it. Most of them have gone to different babalawos, put the money there. If they collect, they didn't vote for me, made this one follow them and that one follow them. You don't know. So there's no point collecting the money and voting someone else. There's no point collecting the money and voting for them. So it's that 2 ways. So the best thing should be who will be in the interest of our country. That is the point. And focus on that. So guys, I don't know what your views may be. My comment section is open for you. So kindly drop your comment at the comment section and also like and share this video. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to my channel and also put on your notification bell so that when my next new video drop, you'll be among those to be notified. Thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video. I love you guys. I'm signing out. See ya.